1840, one man transformed travel in Britain. His name was George Bradshaw, and his railway guides inspired the Victorians to take to the tracks. Stop by stop, he told them where to travel, what to see, and where to stay. Now, 170 years later, I'm making 4 long journeys across the length and breadth of the country to see what remains of Bradshaw's Britain. Years ago, George Bradshaw produced the must-have railway maps, timetables and guidebooks. Now, using one of those ancient guides, I'm making 4 long journeys across our country to view Britain through the proud and prudish eyes of the Victorians and to learn how much they made us what we are today, but also to appreciate how much we've changed since. Today I'll be heading to the treacherous quicksands of Morecambe Bay.
Even on the dangerous quicksands you won't go down, you can lie flat and roll out of it.
I'll be making a sobering visit to Preston.
It means there's 12% alcohol, which is deadly poison. If you injected it into your cat, it'd drop dead.
I'd never thought of doing that.
No, you wouldn't.
And I'll be taking in a music hall revival in Blackpool. Are you ready to give your performance?
I think we should get in there, and we've got an audience as well. Adlington or Darlington, Tollington or Warrington, show the cheer we're finding in the Bradshaw sky.
This week, starting in Preston, I travel along the first rail link between Scotland and England. Heading inland, I'll take the beautiful Settle to Carlisle line before visiting the Lake District. Then, following my Bradshaw guide, I'll end up at my mother's hometown of Kirkcaldy. Today, I'm covering the first 60 miles up the west coast to Blackpool and then Morecambe Bay.
Gentlemen, next station will be Preston. Next station, future Preston for Lancaster, and stations for the north.
My first stop is one of the North's busiest railway stations, Preston. The size of the station of Preston reminds us that this was a huge industrial town, but even today it is the hub of railways spreading out throughout Lancashire. In Bradshaw's day, there weren't buffet cars on trains. Instead, you could get tea or food on the platform at large stations. In 1914, Preston's refreshment rooms took on a truly strategic role. Hello? Can you tell me about the history of the buffet here?
Well, the buffet's been here for, well, as long as the railway station, but I think the history you're on about is the Great War of 1418, where the WVRS provided on a 24-hour-a-day basis refreshment for the troops moving up, moving back, and this carried on until 1919 with the demobilisation of the troops. They carried that service on right through, and it never closed. It was provided 24 hours a day for almost 5 years.
How many cups of tea got served here during World War I?
Well, I'm led to believe it's about 3.25 million, which is an awful lot of hot water.
Today, Preston is the centre of Britain's high-tech military aircraft industry. But in the mid-19th century, it had a rather different reputation for hard boozing and industrial unrest. Bradshaw's guide says of Preston, it's become one of the principal manufacturing towns of the country. There are upwards of 50 cotton mills in the town. The commercial annals of this town are memorable for 2 long continued disputes between employers and employed. Preston was a place where the early problems of the Industrial Revolution emerged, and a place where those problems were first tackled. Working life was pretty grim. so perhaps it's no surprise that some workers turned to alcohol. But in 1832, Joseph Livesey founded the first British temperance movement here, based on his belief that alcohol was the root of most social ills. The temperance movement still exists, and Anne Hindley is a member. So why did Joseph Livesey found the temperance movement?